I have often struggled with a critical spirit. I think that I would do things differently. I might think that I might have been better for a specific job than someone else. It's humiliating to admit that, but it's something that I've struggled with. And I think for me, it boils down to a root of pride. And it's hard to admit, but what else would it be? Proverbs 16:18 says, "Pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall." So I need to address my own pride issues. And in Romans, Paul says that no one should think more highly of himself. That's hard because that is not expressed in a critical spirit. I'm often thinking much more highly of myself than I'm thinking of other people. It says that instead I'm to think with sober judgment. And sober judgment means looking at situations and understanding when I'm putting myself ahead of other people and judging myself more highly than I ought to be. Paul also says to let our love be genuine and to outdo one another in showing honor. So when I am faced with a critical spirit, I want to stop, confess to the Lord, "Lord, I'm doing it again, and can you please help me?" But then I also have to make a conscious choice to say no to those critical thoughts when they come in, because I'm valuing humility and love over being right. So even though there might be objective something or other that I could argue and prove, I don't need to be focusing on that. I need to be focusing on the fact that I'm called to humility and love, and rightness is going to stand in the way of that. Another thing that I do is look for ways that I can genuinely honor the person that's in a position that I might be critical toward, finding ways that they are doing something very well and that they deserve praise, and making sure that I explicitly express that. And then lastly, I would say having a Godward gratitude. So understanding that the Lord is putting different people in different places, calling them to different things, because we're the body of Christ and we all have different strengths. And so understanding that when someone else is doing something, that it's not based on my perspective of how things are. It's based on the Lord's, and He knows much better than I know what is going to serve His purposes, bring Him glory. So expressing a Godward gratitude, I think, is very key to understanding how to avoid a critical spirit.